I'm Abby.
And I'm Anna.
And this is Serious Beef.
Welcome. All right, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. We made it this far.
You can't make me laugh.
It's true.
I'm on death's door.
Abby is sick again, fighting for her life over
My
here.
God. I went to the doctor. I go see Kayla at the doctor, and she says to me, "Oh, is it your time of year to be sick?" No, Kayla, I tell you, I'm sick fucking constantly, I feel like.
You haven't in a long time, and then all of a sudden it just feels like lately, if it's not you, it's me. One of us is sick. And I can guarantee you, I'm going to leave here today and be sick by the end of the week after being with you. So we'll just keep bouncing it back and forth.
You don't even know. My house is so set up. I'm so prepared for the sickness.
Oh, really?
Okay, because
really?
Ash and I are both sick right now.
Of course.
And I feel I'm much better than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was borderline delusional. I was so sick.
My, okay. Well, I'm glad you bounced back so quickly.
I was so not well.
She does have the inhaler here at the ready, just in case.
Inhaler. I had my I got an inhaler, my nightstand. I've got the Vicks.
Yeah.
I got Dayquil. I got NyQuil. I got tissues. I got an empty box of tissues. That's where the used tissues go.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Gliding all over the floor.
We ran out of tissues. Okay, so I lied about having tissues on the nightstand. It's just a roll of toilet paper right now.
At this point,
I have a nose in need.
You
Anna.
use what you use, yeah.
I have a nose in need. I know that's already an episode, but I deserve the puff.
I'm just glad that you have bounced back. So
It's true.
I think you have the beef this week.
I do.
You do.
I do. You know what? And maybe we should start with the sauce.
Well, or should you start with the beef and then say the sauce? Well, you know what? The sauce is, I honestly don't know if this is how it's pronounced, but this is how I'm going to pronounce it.
That's how we're going to pronounce it.
It's douchey sauce.
Douchey sauce. Douchi sauce.
Douchey sauce. Douchey sauce.
Douchey sauce. Tell me about the sauce.
Douchey sauce. I can't say it now. No, I'm just done. This sauce is fermented bean condiment that adds depth to dishes like stir fry, soup, and marinade. It's real.
It's real. Okay.
Now, why have we chosen this sauce, Abby?
Why? Well, listener, you may know that Ash and I at one point had an Etsy shop.
We still do?
Yeah, well, we put it on hiatus because I don't have the time to be filling orders right now.
I did not know that. Okay.
Well, let me take you back to 2023. Okay?
It's true. This goes back to 2023.
Let me take you back 2 years.
2 years.
Okay, this is important to the story. We received an order from a gentleman. I won't name any names, even though I could, but I won't.
We'll just call him douchebag.
We'll call him douchey.
Sir Douchey.
Sir Douche.
Okay.
Sir Douche of
do
bag.
we give him maybe we shouldn't give him such a nice title as Sir.
You're right.
Sir Loin is going to be
You're right.
upset.
We'll
offended.
call him Private Parts, if you will. Maybe he was military.
Maybe.
I'm saving this man's dignity. Not really. His dignity is gone. But I will save his name. He will remain private parts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Private parts has places in order.
Places in order for a sticker that we sell. The sticker says "fuck you." It's my big script letters. It's so nice.
The stickers that Abby and Ashley sell are there's a very niche market for the stickers. They're quite funny.
They're usually pretty funny. Our biggest seller is the "as per my last email" sticker.
That is a good one.
That one is the most.
We've all been there for that. So okay, so he orders the sticker.
He orders the "fuck you" sticker.
You promptly put it in the mail, I
Right.
assume.
Right. We don't get like tracking numbers because we just put it in an envelope, stamp, write out the person's address and mail it. Because to get something with tracking would cost so much more to ship it. It's not worth it.
You would make no profit.
No.
Yes.
And so there's no tracking number. So
Plus, it's not valuable enough to really need to track it. Yeah.
No. I'm like, it's $3.
Yeah.
We put it in the mail, and we assume that he receives it.
Right. And if you don't receive it, you can message the
You
seller.
contact us and we can get you another one.
Let them know.
It happened once before.
Right.
Luckily, it was one of our friends that it happened to. And so we were like, oh, easy peasy. We just send him another one.
Fix it.
Well, 2 years later.
He orders in 2023.
Right.
He waits until 2025.
He waits until like 2 weeks ago. Private Parts does. And he messages us and says, I never got my sticker.
I'm sure he sounded exactly like that.
I'm certain he did. And he
He wanted
says
a
that he
refund.
wants a refund. And I'm just like, first of all, it's 4 a.m. on a Sunday. It's 4 a.m. on a Sunday. Maybe this was only a week ago. Doesn't matter. 4 a.m. on a Sunday, I get this message. And I'm
2
like,
years after he's made the purchase.
yeah. And I'm like, what in the world? And here's the thing. I'm like, why are you messaging me at 4 a.m. on a Sunday?
Who knows?
You know? I'm like, whatever. I don't care. It's $3. I'll refund it. Who gives a shit? You know?
Well,
Here's the issue.
I know the issue.
Here's the issue. Etsy doesn't let you refund anything beyond 180 days.
180 is generous. Most places you can't get a refund after 90 days.
Six months this man had to message me and say he never got his sticker.
So he waited 2 years. He wanted to be really sure. He was waiting. He was checking the mail every day. 2 years. Nothing. Finally, he hit that 2-year mark and he went, I guess it's not coming.
I guess it's not coming. He reaches out. He reaches out. And I'm like, hey, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about your order. Unfortunately, per Etsy's policy, I can't refund anything beyond, 180 days. But I can send you a replacement.
Just send a new one.
Let me know how you'd like me to proceed. And he comes.
This is the douchebag part.
This is the right now begins the douchebag part.
Now I get the douchey part.
He responds like, "Are you kidding me? It's $3. Just send the refund." And I'm like, I literally don't have the option.
I cannot do it.
Right? I'm being very polite. I'm being very professional.
Right.
Hoot and a half
Yeah.
is not some just
The Hoot and a Half Etsy shop.
Hoot and a half Etsy shop. It's not some.
We're not going to fly off the handle.
What do you call
Fly
it?
by night.
Some slipshod.
Yeah, slipshod organization.
Organization. Okay, we're very professional, and so I said, I literally do not have the option to issue you a refund, but I can send you another one.
Again, so you restated the policy.
Exactly, and he's like, it is $3. Get real. Just like send me it via PayPal or Venmo, and I'm like, I cannot put my financial information. There's literally like a little thing at the bottom that says like, do not put your personal financial information in the messenger in Etsy, because like if you get hacked or they get hacked, whatever, now everybody's got your
And Etsy's not going to be responsible.
No,
if you do that.
Absolutely not. So I'm like, I cannot do this. I cannot issue you a refund.
Not to mention, I'm not giving you my personal financial information,
No.
my PayPal account or whatever you want.
Right. No.
Not doing it.
Exactly. I'm like, I was like, I cannot do that.
Sorry, random citizen.
Sorry, private parts.
It's not happening.
Not happening.
Okay.
And so then he says to me, holy cringe. What do you work for an HR department? Just send it. Like, meaning the sticker.
Holy cringe, Batman.
Holy cringe, Batman. And Ashley was like, what is this, like, keyboard warrior? Are we like talking to a 13-year-old right now? Who says holy cringe? And
I
I'm like,
have no idea.
like, what in the world?
And why would you even say that was cringe? This is the policy.
This is the policy.
That's not cringe.
What do you mean? Like, I think I'm being very generous.
You are very nice and very generous because after 2 years, no one has to do anything. You're not responsible anymore.
No, not at all.
Like I said, 180 days is actually very generous.
It's pretty generous on
Most
Etsy's
places, you get 90 days.
Right.
Period. And then the store or whatever will tell you, not my problem.
Not my problem.
Yeah.
Well, and so here's the thing is that I'm like, so I said, okay, great. We are like, we're going to put it in the mail. All right.
We're just going to send you a new one, buddy. Sorry.
So we at Hoot and a Half pride ourselves on making up for problematic orders. So we gave him not one, but 2 free stickers.
Freebies.
2 freebies.
In addition to the one he
In addition
ordered.
to his fuck you sticker. He
You
also
sent him-
received a free dickhead sticker and a free don't be a dingus sticker.
Hang on.
So can you imagine?
He opens the envelope.
Fuck you. Don't be a dingus, dickhead.
I wish you would have had a douchebag one. That would have been perfect.
Oh no.
Honestly, it's all perfect.
And so
what can he say? These were legit freebies. These are actual stickers.
legitimate, good freebie stickers. I could have put offcuts in there. I could put shitty stickers in there. I didn't. I gave him nice stickers. I gave him nice stickers that said dingus, don't be a dingus, and dickhead. And fuck you. Which is what he ordered.
Which is what he asked for. He asked for that.
Now, and I assume that this morning that he received his stickers because he messaged me, fuck you. on the Etsy store. So I like to think that I got the last laugh.
I think you did because you got him good because he had to respond.
What is he
was
gonna?
mad.
What
He
is he
opened
gonna
that
say?
up and he was mad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? You gave me 2 free stickers.
You gave me freebies.
Right. You're trying to send a message. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm trying to send a message, but you don't know that.
You
We
don't
sell.
know.
We sell. Don't be a dick.
This is what we sell. Oh, that is fantastic. That was a perfect way to handle it.
I figured if you're ordering the fuck you sticker, you gotta be
You're
in the
gonna like
market
this.
for don't be a dick. It's a dickhead.
Look, and now you can pass it along. Pay
Pass
it
it
forward.
along. Pay it forward.
Sometimes
Mail it back if you're mad.
Yep. I can guarantee sometime in his life, someone is going to be a dickhead to him.
It's me. I was. Actually, no. I was very courteous.
You were incredibly professional.
I said, have a great day.
Because if it was Ash would have been like, fuck you.
Ashley had a few prompt, had a few choice words.
Ash
that
was
she
not happy
wanted
with
to
his
say. I was like, I will handle the customer interactions.
So there you go. So lesson learned here, people. Don't wait 2 years to say something. Don't stand by the mailbox for 2 years waiting for your package. Speak up. Look at the terms. Look at the terms and conditions of the seller.
When I said that it shipped within 2 days of your order, and it's been 2 years.
How long do you think it takes to get from Illinois to? Or he doesn't even know where it's coming from.
Well, you're right.
He
doesn't
can't
know.
see where it's coming from.
No,
but
because-
even cross country,
Come on.
it doesn't take 2 years to
Right.
get.
And
across
I'll
the
tell
country.
you, it wasn't cross country.
No, it's only halfway.
It could. I live in Illinois. No matter where you live, it can't be cross country.
Exactly. You're in a good spot for an.
I didn't even have any issues. We had some international orders. Didn't even have an issue then.
Really, that's very cool. Anyway, also, lesson number 2 that you can learn from this: be nice.
Just be nice.
Be nice. Because you didn't even have to send him a new sticker.
No,
He's well past the terms.
you're right.
You could have just said, "Not my problem." You didn't even have to say sorry. That wasn't your fault. That was the post office fault. The postal system, which is, unreliable at best.
You know, and I have to assume when he said "fuck you," he meant "fuck you received."
Legit. That's what he meant. He was probably thrilled.
So the beef, I think, is douchebags who message me. And if you ever say anything to me like, holy cringe, know that I will get the last laugh in this, because now it has turned into, let's see who can like really piss the other person off the most, because I'm going to win that every time. I am the face of professionalism. I'm running hoot and a half, I'm on the straight and narrow. I will not be outsnarked.
It's true. It's true. And you are very willing to play the long game. So you and your sister Sam both.
Yeah. Well,
I
you know
think.
what?
It depends. Certain situations.
You know what?
I think Sam is even more willing than you.
100%. 100%. I will accidentally play the long game.
Yeah, because
This ties in.
This ties in. I have a set of Post-it notes on my desk.
Okay.
And there's zebra print around the border. And Sam got them in like probably high school or college.
Did you pick these out?
No. And she wasn't using them. And so I was like, well, I use Post-it notes every day. I'll take them and use them. So I took them to work. And I'm using the Post-it notes. And it's a pretty big stack.
Right.
I'm working my way through them.
Naturally.
And I tear off the top one just the other day. And written in Abby's handwriting, it says, "Fuck you, Sam." I was like, what the hell?
I had, at some point, probably in high school, flipped to a random one, wrote "fuck you, Sam,"
Put it back in a room.
Put it back where it was.
Yep.
And waited.
I'll have you know I flipped through. There's several more.
Are there actually?
You left her several messages.
What did they say?
I don't even remember.
Oh my God.
As I get to them, I'll have to send you a message. But I'm sitting in my office and I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, this has got to be Abby. Because Liv would have been too young when Sam got that. I sent a Snapchat. What the hell? Found this pleasant message.
Man, good job, 17 Abby. You were killing it.
Sam,
That joke's like 14, 15 years old.
The thing is, Sam never got any of the messages. Guess who's gonna get all the messages? Me.
It's really well, you got a pre-made "fuck you, Sam" sticky there just in case you need it.
Stick it right there on it.
Right on her door or something.
On her door or forehead when she's sleeping.
Her desk. There you go.
So that was a quite the surprise for
That's
me.
pretty good. I'll play the long game.
Yes.
Oh,
So
man.
that was pretty funny. Anyway, I have actually been saving up some stories
Okay, you tell me.
that I've been wanting to tell you, and they
Tell me
all
what you
relate to animals for some reason. I don't know why, but
okay.
you know, it's what I hear on the news. You know, it is what it is,
Well-
or if I'm reading an article. So the first one I heard was
Okay.
a dude was in Norway, or he lives in Norway. This happened in Norway, and a polar bear
Okay.
was charging him.
Oh.
Okay, and he hit a shotgun looking longer gun.
Okay. Like
Fired
a
it-
rifle, maybe, or something.
Right, fired a shot into the air,
Okay.
thinking it might scare him away. Didn't work.
Okay.
So he drops the gun and runs and gets on his little snowmobile thing
Okay.
and rides away, gets away in time. As the polar bear is running after him, the polar bear is now running at him.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, it is charging him. He takes off running, gets on the snowmobile,
Okay.
and it's not super fast. You know, it finally builds up speed enough that he gets away.
I mean, my slushy.
Yeah,
I want to get to my seat.
that looked very terrifying, and that's where the story ended. Basically, they talk about it's kind of an abandoned mining town near Norway near Russia. It said Russian
Probably.
and it's kind of over lots of animals, lots of Arctic
yeah.
type animals are in this area. And they even say, like, if there's any tourists in the area, don't go out without a guide because it's too dangerous because of the
Yeah.
animals that are there. Anyway, the story ends and I'm thinking, well, yeah, it was pretty dangerous before, but now there's a polar bear with a gun. You should have been eating your slushy. That polar bear is just even the playing field. The dude dropped the gun. I'm sitting there watching the news. What are we gonna do about this polar bear with a gun?
Well, he doesn't have thumbs.
He doesn't, but you know, you never know.
You don't need a thumb to pull a trigger.
because you can figure it out.
The animals evolve every day.
These are my gut reactions when I hear stories and things. I have to share this with you.
Well, since we're trading stories,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I have a leftover that I have forgotten to tell you for multiple.
Oh, okay,
episodes now.
cool. Okay, hit me.
So, do you recall listener Katie's cousin Mitchell, who was a big ass kid?
Yes. Riding around on, what was he riding on in his underwear?
A rascal.
A rascal.
Rascal.
Yes.
And he drove over her cousin, knowing her.
Yes.
And the grandpa said, "Well, that put some hair on your chest."
True. Okay, I remember
And
the
I
story.
said, April 15th, 5:45 p.m. Follow-up question. My mom wants to know, did this incident put hair on Nolan's chest?
Oh, okay.
And an hour later, she said, and I then forgot to tell you, she says, "I couldn't tell you. Chest was too covered in grass stains to see anything."
He's got this green
Grass
chest.
stains. I was dying. I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking funny.
Okay, that's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Inquiry minds want to know, but we may never know the answer to that question. That's hilarious. Oh my
man.
gosh.
Now I got a question for you because I wrote down. You know, I write down, like funny stuff. I just have I have a note in my phone.
Yes, me too.
Okay, yeah. I've got a note in my
course.
phone just labeled
Of
funny,
course.
and it's some stuff. Okay, so I have one from you, and I need you to see if you can tell me some context for this.
Okay.
It just says, "Mom, we're sitting in the Champions Club, baby. Daiquiris on tap."
I sent that message. I was sitting in the Champions Club at the Cardinals game, which is my favorite place to sit at the Cardinals in Busch Stadium.
Okay.
I love it. They have it's all inclusive.
Oh.
You have all the food and drinks, okay?
Okay.
Open bar, hard liquor, you name it.
Daiquiris.
And they literally have the slushy machine that you get your slushy out of. In their slushy machine, they have daiquiris.
Let me tell you something. If I become a billionaire, I won't tell anybody. There will be signs.
There will be signs.
You have the daiquiri and then the nacho cheese dispenser.
Yes,
Boom, boom.
they have two. One is daiquiris, one is pina coladas.
Oh,
You can even mix them if you want.
you could go out in the rain.
It's true. It's my favorite place to go. In Cardinal in Busch
Live the
Stadium.
dream.
I was living the dream. I loved it. The Cardinals
yeah.
won. I was having a great night. So I
Hot
was
damn.
sending you guys. I was letting you know this is what we were
Daiquiris
doing.
on tap.
I was excited.
That cracked me up. Okay. Well,
It
you
was
may
funny.
continue.
Okay. Next story. Miami airport security officers found a surprise last week. I don't know what year this happened or what day it happened. It was in 2024. Okay. And so basically, the security found a bag of snakes hidden in a passenger's trousers.
I was gonna say that that's my dream, but not in the trousers.
Not in the
I don't want
trousers.
trouser snakes.
Please don't have trouser snakes. This is a bad idea to have trouser snakes.
Trouser snakes.
He's got a bag of snakes in his pants. What the hell?
Wow.
Okay. And they caught him, thankfully, at like the last checkpoint or something. So there was almost
Okay.
snakes on the plane. Almost. Nearly.
How are these motherfucking trousers
That was my-
snakes
that was
on
my-
a motherfucking trouser
I
plane?
hear that story and I'm saying the same thing. I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes in my motherfucking trousers. Because he didn't make it up to the plane.
Didn't make it.
Good job, security. Way to nip that one in the bud.
If the snake did, the security will.
Security will get you. So that was interesting. I've been holding on to that one for a long time.
Okay,
I
good
literally
one.
have the little tab open forever to
Good
tell you
one.
that story.
These are great.
Next one.
I literally said to you, what do these stories have in common? We gotta come up with what's the
I
theme of
said
this podcast?
nothing.
Nothing. All of your stories are
I was
with
like,
animals.
I don't think these are all just kind of random. I don't think they have anything in common.
Animals.
Turns out animals. Well, see, the thing is, I read this story that I've written here does not include animals. So I went, oh no, I guess they really don't have a link. It's like just one random one that doesn't have animals. Okay, this one.
Okay.
California. People live in California,
Okay.
and
Californians.
they
Claim.
made an insurance claim
Oh, okay.
that on their car because they claimed it had been destroyed by a bear.
Oh.
Okay, and there were claw marks and
Another animal
things.
story.
things are
And this is a bear even.
things are torn up in this
Okay.
car. Okay. Well, of course, the insurance company, and it was like a Mercedes,
Oh.
so expensive. Okay, then all of a sudden, there's another one, but this time it's on a Rolls Royce. Okay, and
Okay.
they want like, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in,
Well, yeah.
in compensation. Right?
Right, these are nice cars.
Yeah, and so the insurance company gets a little suspicious.
Okay.
Right, and so they call the police, I guess, and have them look into it.
Okay.
And apparently, there's video footage. It was not a bear. It was not a real bear.
It was a bear with a gun.
No bullet holes, so we know it wasn't.
You're right.
But
that polar bear. At
There
least.
is video of this air quotes bear inside the Mercedes. Okay, and
Oh.
they had a department. I have a biologist come in and look at the footage, and they were like, "That's a human in a bear costume." These people were arrested and charged with insurance
Why
fraud.
would you have the undamaged car?
I know.
Why would you damage the car?
I bet they stole it. But then it's like you stole the car and took out an insurance policy on a
Well, that's what
stolen
I'm
car,
saying.
and then went as far as to get a bear costume. I don't know all the ins and outs, but it seems a little far fetched to me to make a
feel
couple
like that's-
$100,000. Like,
I know.
but they tried it and failed. They
It
were
would have been
they
easier
were
to
arrested.
say it was stolen.
True. I mean, they had to steal it and then somehow get it into their name. I mean, or they bought it. What if they bought it with a bad check and the check hadn't cleared yet, and then they destroyed it, and then they claimed, see, that's it.
We're not giving you any ideas, listener.
Give me any ideas? Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't do
Clearly,
this.
if you're gonna do this, get a better looking bear costume. That's all I'm gonna
It's
say.
true. It's
and
true.
have the bear hold
Or
a gun.
hire a real bear.
There's bears for hire.
I mean, I'm telling you, we know one's got a gun.
We don't know one. We've heard of.
We've heard.
We've heard of one that potentially has one.
Rumor has it.
That the polar bears in Norway have guns.
Right? Okay. This one is just kind of cool. Check this guy out. It's a little blue creature of some sort.
Also known as by the wind sailors, the free floating Velila.
Velela. They are some kind of sea creature, also known as by the wind sailors. that are like washing up on the beaches in California.
Again with the Californians. Mom, I'm playing whatever you call that, the ding, 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 ding. You know,
Wordle?
no, Mom. You know, come on. Don't you ever watch the Game Show Network with Grandma? What?
I do think I know what you're talking about.
You're like,
Cheeseburger. Is that it?
it could be like Salt Lake. Like salt is a word.
Okay.
Lake is a second.
Oh, you're right.
Lake
City.
Superior.
Oh, Lake
Superior. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it. You're right. That's what, each one kind of connects to the next one.
Yes.
No idea what the game show is called.
Hey, listener. Posted Abby here. The game show is Chain Reaction, but I was too delusional at the time to think of it.
So you could have been playing that and
You could have been playing that with your fucking thing. You could have been like snakes to the polar bear, which is animals. Polar bear to the bear in California. California. I could have been connected every single one of your stories
to
together.
the same word. California to California.
I was saying I could do something like similar.
That makes sense.
I could have
That
connected
checks
every
out.
single one of them together. Christ almighty.
We'll
This
post-
is like 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon.
It's true. Look at this. Look at these things though. Look
So
at
what's
them.
going on?
It's just they are not jellyfish. They drift and swim in ocean currents.
Okay.
Okay. Jellyfish drift and swim in ocean currents. The Valella, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. They're at the mercy of the wind.
Okay.
That's why they call them wind sailors.
Uh-huh.
By the wind sailor. Okay. Because they have a translucent sail-shaped limb that pokes up into the sky.
Oh.
And the air current helps it move along.
Good for them.
So, but the problem is they get blown ashore.
Gasp.
They wash ashore in Northern California,
Most
usually
assuredly.
spring, early summer.
Did you hear most assuredly?
Boom.
Those
That was terrible. Anyway, basically, it just look at the beach; it's covered in them.
wow.
This happens
tiny.
it happens every spring.
Well, they're tiny.
And well, this picture is way far away
Oh, I guess.
because it's the whole.
I don't
beach.
have anything for scale.
Yeah, you have a rock. They are tiny in this picture.
Well, that's what I mean. How big is the rock?
I don't know. These are all good questions.
Probably like 6'5".
Look. Oh, you can see the sail thing that sticks out of the water. That's crazy. I've never heard of this animal.
No.
Never.
No.
I'll post some pictures. It's cool. It's cool, but unfortunately, this happens every spring and summer. The hundreds of them just wash ashore, and
Okay.
that's it. That's the end.
Okay.
Unless you're there and you can maybe grab it and throw it back in. But I don't know if it's a good idea to grab it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they're like, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know how safe it is for you to touch it.
That's God playing for them.
Right.
You know, you just gotta.
We're not to intervene.
Totes God's will.
It's true. It's true. We're not going to intervene in that. I'm not going to touch it.
Well, I'm not driving out to California just to toss some fish back in
It's
the sea.
true.
They'll be dead by the time I get there.
It's true. All right, I got one more story if you want to hear it.
Okay.
Okay. As we know, elephants never forget. Okay?
And they never forgive.
It's true. It's true. Because in June of 2022,
Okay.
a 70-year-old woman named Maya Murmu, was attacked and trampled and killed by an elephant.
Oh my! I told you they never forgive.
They don't. You were right. You nailed it. She was collecting water in a district of eastern India,
Okay.
and the elephant had wandered away from the wildlife sanctuary that it lived in
Okay.
when the woman appeared in his line of sight, and that was it. It was over. Okay.
Elephants are.
Yeah, spooked him, and that was that. Now, elephant attacks are not anything new in different parts of the world,
right.
India, Africa, wherever elephants live. The woman, unfortunately, did pass away, and the family members gathered for a funeral service.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
During this funeral service, the elephant returned. The elephant returned, spotted Murmu's body.
Stop.
This is a legit story. This is a legit story. Spotted her body,
Holy shit.
rushed toward it, trampling it.
Second.
The elephant eventually tossed the body to one side and stormed off. Killed Abby.
Could you have the funeral at the same place where the elephant attack occurred?
Right. Why?
Help her move.
That poor woman. She deserved better.
She rested in pieces.
Yeah, legit. This poor woman. Oh my God. Well, it remains unclear what or who provoked the animal.
I'll tell you who it was.
It was clear that something must have done so. Theories have been presented that state that the woman may have assisted poachers in killing the elephant's baby.
Oh, she had it coming.
In full view of the elephant.
She had it coming then.
But this is yet to be confirmed.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh my God.
Well, I'll tell you what. Elephant never forgives and they never forgive.
It's true. You want me to read you another one?
Well, I have a thing I wanted to ask you.
Okay, ask me.
Okay. So I last week I had two questions.
Okay.
Last week we discussed we're talking about you said those kebabs might be your favorite food, right?
Oh yeah.
And I said no, the pork sausage bun the Will Homes. I said last
That's
meal.
your favorite.
My last meal, give me that pork sausage.
True. It's true.
What would you have as your last meal?
What would my last meal be?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough.
No, it's tough. I just told you pork sausage.
No, it's incredibly tough. How do you choose from Japanese food, Thai food,
I didn't want any of those things.
seafood?
I want my grandma's pork sausage, mashed potatoes. I want that lettuce, a little bit of vinegar.
I know what you want.
Corn on the cob from Aunt Marie's. I don't even need no butter. It's delicious.
You have an emotional tie to that meal, clearly.
It's delicious.
It's also delicious, and then it also makes you think of your loved ones, so that helps.
Indeed.
I don't have an emotional tie to a meal, I don't think, like that.
Really?
No, I don't,
Not
really.
so one.
Um,
Lobster bisque.
I'm just gonna tell you what. You're right. The starter is gonna be the lobster bisque from Porter's.
I'll tell you what you're gonna have as a starter.
No, what?
You're gonna have first a starter, an appetizer-y thing, if you
Oh,
will.
okay.
The salad from Old Spaghetti Factory with the pesto ranch.
Yes, you're right. My favorite salad.
First course.
That
Yep.
pesto dressing, delicious. Love it. You're right. Soup, lobster bisque from Porter's.
Sure.
Absolutely.
She licks the plate.
Lick the yes, lick the bowl. Help me, Jesus. Lick the bowl clean. That stuff is fabulous, tastic stuff. I got no words.
Fantabulous,
Please take that. Cut that
Nope,
off.
I'm leaving it in.
I beg of you. From there, then it gets tough. Like, do I go with some crab Alfredo because yum?
She really
You know?
the seafood thing.
Ooh, shrimp scampi.
Lobster mac and cheese.
Oh no. It's delicious, but it's not gonna be my
That's
last
not my
meal.
last meal.
It could be
Ashley's deep dish pizza.
no. It's delicious. Not gonna be my last meal.
Oh.
I had it, but then I lost it. So
Grandma's meatloaf.
no. Meatloaf is not gonna be my last meal. Like I said, I'm gonna go like some amazing steak teriyaki business, some pad thai or something like that.
Stir fry.
Yeah, something really. I mean, but
Or I said stir fry. I mean,
Again, like
hibachi.
the hibachi. I love.
She said, "Bring in the whole thing. I want to catch a piece of broccoli in my mouth."
I absolutely love the Japanese hibachi food.
Can you imagine
Might
being
be
on
my
death row
fave.
and bring a little hibachi chef for
Yep.
just you.
Just
You're catching it.
flinging the veggies at me.
Volcano.
Got the little what's the liquid? The
Sake.
The sake.
Sake.
Squirt the sake at me. Yeah. That'd be a good last meal. I'll tell you what. That'd be delicious.
No, I'll tell you what my actual.
Because I
last
have to
meal
have
would be.
I have to have a combo of things. I do want some lobster. No, some crab alfredo. I do want some hibachi. Yeah, I'm gonna have a combo.
Here's this is what you do.
Okay.
Last meal, I get what I said I was gonna get, and I get a side of Red Robin's bottomless fries.
Oh, they never run out. They never
never execute me
As
because
long as-
I've got bottomless fries.
I still have food on my plate. I can't be executed.
Well, before
true.
I finish the last piece, I'd be like, another thing of fries,
Another thing of
please.
fries.
Another thing of fries.
Right. It's true. That's it.
Catch
You're right.
22.
You're right.
That's why Red Robin's doesn't sponsor any execution.
Who sponsors execution?
It's not Red Robin's.
It's definitely not Red Robin. Holy shit. Who would do that?
The electric company.
God. The electric company. I don't think they electrocute people anymore.
Do you know that in some states you can choose your form of execution?
That's true.
Like you can choose the electric chair like Alabama
Why
or
would
something.
you choose that? That sounds painful.
Maybe just to drive up the taxpayers' money.
One last, you stick it to them before you go out. No, that's not going to be me.
Not me.
No.
Not me, Chief.
I'm going to choose something painless. Just put me to sleep and then do whatever the fuck you want. After that, I don't care.
Yeah. I gotta Google something.
What do you got to Google?
I had to look this up. Don't look. Give me a year, and I'll tell you higher or lower.
Okay.
What year do you think the last execution by guillotine occurred in France?
In France?
Go.
Probably like 2022 or some shit.
Well, for God's sake, Anna, no. Lower.
Okay, 1980.
Lower.
70.
A little bit higher.
75. 78. 77.
There you go, 77.
1977, they were still using the guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Hamida Jandoubi was executed on September 10th, 1977. He was beheaded in Marseille.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's I'm
abolished
first of
in
all
1981.
okay, nice. I first of all have plan on not doing anything
It's for the best.
to be sentenced to death,
Oh,
or
I thought you were just stopping there. I plan on doing anything.
if I can avoid it, yes. But if not, I'm not going to get sentenced to death. That's not going to be my plan.
That's the goal.
And so then I don't have to choose the last meal. I can just enjoy those things whenever I want.
That's true.
But now you've made me extremely hungry for all of my favorite foods. So,
Well,
what would be your dessert, though? Because you still got the fries going, but you got to get some dessert in there. We should get Red Robin to sponsor us because they could be the side of fries for our Series B.
Bottomless.
Nice.
We here's a free coupon for bottomless fries at Red Robin.
Oh my god! But you got to pay for it. But they are bottomless.
It's a free coupon for bottomless fries. So, you make any of your side of bottomless. That's a joke. They're already bottomless.
They're already bottomless. Look at us go. What would be your dessert?
What would be your dessert?
That's a
You
tough
have an
one.
idea?
It's a tough one. I know it's not going to be. Man, I like cake, but I do prefer pie. But nothing bun cake. Oh my goodness.
I think that
That's
for a drink, I'm having a
delicious.
slushy for to drink.
You would have a slushy, yes.
I think.
Not
Okay,
me.
so
I'm
that's
a
not
pie.
my
Have
dessert.
some wine. But then,
Oh, you know what?
some
You're right.
cheesecake.
I'm not having a slush. Somebody's gonna go out there and they're gonna find me some motherfucking beer from the 4204.
somebody's gonna brew you
the salty.
the
assaulted
salted caramel beer
pecan.
that you can't find anywhere, or the vanilla pumpkin.
We didn't know how
R.I.P.
good we had it.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Some things in life are too fleeting.
Too fleeting. Now,
I mean, you could get some good cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm between two.
You're between two.
Okay.
Okay.
Number one.
Yes.
Number three. I'm between three.
Oh, me too.
Number one.
Yes.
That ice cream sandwich thing that you make.
That
with the
dessert. Yep. It's got peanut butter and chocolate and ice cream sandwiches.
Peanuts in
yeah,
there.
peanut.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah. That's some delicious stuff. I make
that's
that.
delicious.
I made that last time. I made that. You three girls audibly
just-
cheered.
We did.
Ashley was like, "What's happening?"
Oh, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. No.
Or
I just love fruit in general.
fruit pizza.
No.
No.
I love fruit in general. So,
I know
like
you
the
love the
sugar
fruit pizza. Yeah.
on the strawberries or just
Yeah.
strawberries.
Yeah.
Sugar on the peaches, just peaches. Mm-hmm. I'm good with all these things.
So you're a fruit platter.
Just a fruit platter.
A fruit salad?
Fucking no.
No, don't mix it.
No. My God, calm down.
No, I love a good fruit salad.
No. I
It's-
want it
it's-
separated.
it's yummy,
because
yummy.
you put fucking cantaloupe in there. It
No,
affects the flavor of everything.
no cantaloupe.
And you put watermelon in there, it absorbs the flavor of everything. And so then I can't just enjoy my fucking watermelon because it tastes like goddamn grapes.
Tastes like pineapple or grapes or something.
I just put it on the side.
Okay. So just separated fruit.
A fruit platter.
Yes.
It's in its whole section.
A fruit platter, if you
With
will.
some watermelon, some pineapple, some don't give me
Kiwi.
don't bring me no fucking grapes on my fucking
Green grapes that crunch.
Oh well, yeah,
Come
but
on.
don't bring me no for my last meal.
Premium.
No, because you know they're gonna bring me some fucking brown fucking grapes.
They might.
Don't bring no bananas.
Oh, but I love bananas.
They gonna bring me yellow ones. You know I prefer the green.
It's true, which is weird, but that's you.
Unless they're the
What
apple
about
bananas.
kiwi?
Absolutely bring me the kiwi.
What about
Because
blueberries?
that's how I'm gonna get 'em. Bring me mountains of kiwi. I will try to put myself into an allergic shock.
She is a little bit allergic.
A
to
little
kiwi.
bit, but I'm hoping if I can just eat a mountain of kiwi, it could kill me.
And you just
Then-
die by kiwi.
And
Death
then
by
that's
kiwi.
how I psych them out.
There you go. Psych them out. The kiwi's done the job for him.
Completely blue ball. Everybody was done to my execution. David, who served here 5 million pounds of kiwi?
Why is it allergic to kiwi in her file?
She never told anyone. It was flying right under the radar.
What's your third thing? Oh my god.
The fruit pizza that is specifically the apples with the fucking...
That's the taffy apple pizza. That's the peanut butter. It's got peanut butter and apples and caramel.
delicious.
Oh, it is. That's probably your dad's favorite thing. I got to tell you, mine.
Oh my God.
I've settled on mine.
Okay.
This is my emotional tie to a food.
Okay.
Your grandma's
Always.
banana cream pie.
Yeah.
Yep. That is my favorite thing, and probably in the whole damn planet. This is your grandma's banana cream pie.
Yeah, ask her how she's making that.
I know she gave me a recipe, and I've made it, and mine is subpar only
Well-
because I don't make my own crust.
Well,
She makes the pie crust, and I'm too lazy, and I take the easy way out.
Sure.
So mine is good, but grandma's
It
is
could be great.
excellent.
Right.
It could be great. It could be great. But I
Okay.
do know how to make her pie, and I've made it before.
Well, thank God.
And your dad is very happy with it. He's okay. He doesn't
Okay.
care if it has the homemade crust.
well,
or
close
not.
one. Close
Yeah.
one.
So,
So-
you're right. It's good, but it could be great.
Well, okay, now I've got one more question for you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Go.
So, I saw this article. The University of Kyoto in Japan,
Okay.
at graduation, they allow you to wear whatever you want to graduation.
Legit. No caps and gowns.
No, whatever you want.
Oh.
So a lot of people dress up. They wear costumes. They wear whatever.
Oh,
Some people
there are no restrictions.
there are no
as long
restrictions.
as you can't come naked though.
You know what I didn't
You have
ask?
to wear something.
I didn't ask.
Okay. So people dress up.
Oh, there's a lot of you've seen like cosplay and whatnot. A lot of people come in like full blown cosplay. There's people in like full mascot uniforms and things like that.
Okay.
So my question is, what would you wear?
Wow. Okay. Here's the thing. I would definitely have to get my master's and my PhD because I would want 3 opportunities to go through graduation.
And maybe an associate.
Hey, if they offer it.
If they offer it.
But they probably don't. Okay. Wow. There are so many possibilities.
Right.
Right?
Right.
What in the world? I would have to say that I loved my wedding dress. I wore my mom's wedding dress,
Okay.
and I was an absolute princess.
Okay.
Absolute was I not? You've seen pics.
I've seen.
I was Cinderella embodied, tiara, the works. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I can remember seeing my friends at the reception. They're like, "You look just like a princess," and I was like, "I am a princess." And so that would be one. I'm coming down the aisle, ball gown, tiara. I'm gonna be a princess.
Okay.
I loved it. I looked amazing.
Okay.
I've never looked so good
True.
in my life. It's all downhill after my wedding day.
Well,
So,
I think a lot of men would say that.
so that would be one.
Okay.
Okay, that's like my bachelor's maybe.
Now, okay. Now let me show you this picture here.
Okay. Look at these people all dressed up.
Hold on. This isn't the picture I want to show you.
Oh my gosh.
Scroll a little bit lower. So look. Okay, so this is what I was trying to find.
Look
You
at
can
this.
see some of them are like traditional
Traditional-
Japanese
look at
garb.
gorgeous.
This man is in boxes.
He's a box robot type
okay.
guy.
We got look at this flower person.
Yep, covered in
We got
flowers.
some ghosts. You know, this is Sailor Moon.
That
it's
is
here.
Sailor Moon. I see
know.
it. There's some
Look at these.
anime type people. Oh, that's a
I've-
car wash, I guess.
I don't know what that is. It looks like a bike rack. Even.
Oh, okay, maybe. Who
You know,
knows?
look at these. This
Oh,
is the mask.
The mask.
I have no. I think that's E.T.
That looks like a jackalope.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. That does look like ET. This dude is like not wearing much of anything. He's really jacked.
Right. I think he
He's
I
got
have
some
no idea.
shorts or something on, but
Yeah. I think he's.
oh, what is this? TTT, and then what is he?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure.
Oh, is this Roman god? Roman?
No, that's Jesus.
Oh, that's Jesus. I thought it was Caesar. Okay.
That's Jesus. These guys are dressed up like a GameCube and a TV screen.
Nip slip.
Yeah. Well, Jesus, you know what?
Oh, here's
See
a
the
bodybuilder.
bodybuilder in nothing but a speedo.
He is. That is smaller than a speedo. I
That
don't
is
know what
what
that
it
is.
So yeah. So you could
You
be
gotta be kidding with
whatever
me.
you want.
That's hilarious. Okay, so I said one of mine. What would one of yours be?
Man, I don't know. If I had no budget,
No budget.
no budget.
Yeah, I'm going full Cinderella ball gown, tiara, glass slippers, the whole thing.
I
The
think-
sky's the limit. You could do
I know.
anything.
I know.
What would it be? This is tough.
Truthfully,
Yes.
I think I would like to go dressed as Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street.
That would be phenomenal.
I love Snuffleupagus more than I can say.
Yep. Yep.
I would need a second person.
Because someone had to fill in the back end.
Right.
It's true. It's true. That's an excellent choice. I bet you they've never seen the Snuffleupagus there. I bet
Probably
they've seen
not.
lots of princesses.
I'm sure.
Yeah, mine's not very
You
original.
know what I'm saying?
But
Well-
I'm doing it for me.
But you're wearing your wedding dress. That's also another
Right.
layer to it.
That's true. It's because how many times do you get to wear your wedding dress?
And what if you teased your hair and did like a Frankenstein? Like a bride of
Well,
Frankenstein?
that was my next thing.
Oh.
Was going to be something classic monster like Godzilla,
Oh my god, I could get one of those like blow
Creature
up
of the Black Lagoon, like
Godzilla
the
things.
next kid. You could go with Godzilla. I could go with King Kong.
There we go.
Oh my God, we're
Oh
gonna
my
graduate together. We're going back. We're going back to
Get-
school.
both get our masters.
Gonna get masters. That's it. Godzilla and King Kong.
Oh.
Or I'm Mothra. That would be an excellent option as well.
Okay.
If you're Godzilla.
Wouldn't that inspire me?
I like it. The women that inspire me, legit. I like that even better. Kong, you're out. Sorry, Mothra, you're in.
Okay. and I think for my doctorate, I
Okay,
think
your
I
doctor.
gotta be a doctor.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking. I could be the Dr. Frankenstein and you could be the monster
Or Dr. Jekyll.
and I could be Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde's
We
not very
We
good.
just could be different doctors.
True.
You're Dr. Frankenstein. I'm Dr. Jekyll. See?
I could be Doc Ock. I'd go as Doc
Oh,
Ock.
Doc Ock.
I'd be Doc
That's
Ock.
it.
I'd be
That's
Doc
it.
Ock.
That's it. Doc Ock. We just had a revelation. You could literally see the light bulbs go on.
We're masters of the universe. I'm Skeletor.
Oh.
And you could be She-Ra.
I'm being He-Man.
He-Man.
Are you fucking with me? Oh, no, He-Man. I'm He-Man all the way.
You're He-Man and I'm Skeletor.
Hell yeah.
Because we're masters.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. That's for our masters. You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
I mean, and this is in Japan, right?
Look at this one. I just noticed
It's a balloon. It's all made out of balloons. She's a queen.
Excellent.
Look at her.
And look at these two. They're Mario and Luigi, but they're also elephants.
But they're elephants. I got to tell you, this is in Japan, right?
And look
Did you
at
say
this.
Japan?
Yes, the University of Kyoto.
I'm ditching the princess. We got to do Godzilla and Mothra. I mean, you're in Japan.
You're right.
But that's
For our
going to be
bachelors.
bachelors.
Godzilla,
Godzilla
Mothra.
Mothra.
And then we're masters of the universe.
Legit.
Skeletor and thing.
Then we're
Doctors. One of us is Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me.
I gotta look up famous doctors.
You could be Kevorkian.
No. That's terrible. No, thank you.
Let's see.
List of fictional doctors. I want to be a cool doctor.
I know. Let's see. Dr. Seuss.
Oh, Dr. Seuss. That's a great one.
Zoidberg.
That's
Oh my
for-
god, we could be Dr. Honeydew and Beaker.
No, that would be
That would be
awesome
really
too.
good. Dr. Strange, Dr. Evil,
Oh yeah, I
Dr.
do like to be
Robotnik.
evil.
That's
Yeah.
the bad guy from Sonic. Dr. Pepper.
Oh no, I don't like Dr.
Ashley would be Dr. Pepper.
Ashley would have
Ashley would be Dr. Pepper.
100%.
100%. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would be
we got
Dr.
lots of
You'd
good
be
options.
Dr. Hannibal Lecter. And you could have the mask. I could reel you in.
Oh my god, you'd have to wheel me in. Oh my god. Now that would be cool. You're
Absolutely.
getting your doctorate. You 100%.
You could dress up as the female scientists from Jurassic Park. 'Cause she's a doctor, I think.
Well, yeah, but no one's gonna be like, "Why are you here in a button-up shirt and shorts?" Like,
Well, I come as a dinosaur.
well, no, you want to be a doctor as well. I still think you need to do Doc Ock. That's
Right.
really an excellent
You
choice.
could be
You know.
Dr. Dre. You could be Doc.
We've
Oh my! I know exactly who you're gonna be.
Who? I still like Dr. Seuss, but who you got? She thought of it and lost it, folks. It's gone. She's thinking really, really hard. Depending on your kind of doctor that you become,
Who is?
Dr. Strangelove. But no one would recognize me.
You can be Dr. Frankenfurter.
Absolutely. 100%. You've nailed it. You've done it again, Abby. You mad genius. I would be absolutely Dr. Frankenfurter. Yes. Because I'd still be maybe young. We got to do this when I'm young, and I'm still looking good.
There you go.
Okay. All right, we
Right.
got it. We figured it
We
out.
got it.
We're
got
ready.
it.
Okay, now we just got to get into this college.
Sure.
Get some kind of degree.
How hard could it be?
Can't be that. I mean,
In the
like
words-
it's hard.
In the words of Ella Woods,
Yeah.
like it's hard.
Like it's hard. We got this.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, nailed it.
As long as they do online courses.
Well, you could have been Dr. Teeth.
Could have been. We had all kinds of options.
Man.
Lots of options.
Lots of fictional doctors.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Not a lot of fictional female
gosh.
doctors.
It's true.
I'm taking note. I'm noticing.
Mean, Marie Curie, you can walk in like glowing. Radiation poisoning.
She's not a fictional doctor.
It's true. She's a real doctor, and she's amazing. But
Doctor Who?
I said Doctor Who. You missed it.
Oh, I completely missed it.
You missed it. All right, how much time do you get? I got one more story to read you.
Oh, plenty of time.
I just heard on the news
Okay.
this past weekend, actually, that there was a massive power outage
What?
in Spain, Portugal, and France.
Somebody opted for the electric chair.
It shouldn't have outlawed the guillotine.
Save more power that way.
Problem solved. Oh my gosh. Now, it was an article, and I see the headline
Okay.
about this massive power outage in Spain, Portugal, and France. And it says, click here to see the picture. Okay, you had the same thought I did. I'm sitting here going, I don't think I need to click here because they're all just going to be black.
They're
It's
all
all going to be dark. Like, what am I going to see?
What are you going to see?
This is black image. Here's, here's the Avatar that should have been lit up. Nothing. That's all nothing there.
And here's my house.
Nothing.
Dark.
Dark.
Dark from the inside.
I'm dying. Like, this is a fantastic headline. Click here to see pictures. I don't need to do that.
I can imagine.
I've got it. I know exactly what everything looked like. Especially with my old eyes. I can't see in the dark, period.
No.
Oh my God. I thought that was hilarious. I'm cracking up. I'm like, okay, Abby will get this. And you did, because you had the same thought I did as soon as I said it. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent.
All right, well, I got one more question for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Ashton and I were on a Hunger Games kick
Oh,
this weekend.
okay.
So we binged all the movies because, like I said, we were both sick.
We've talked about this a lot recently because there's a new book came out.
Yeah,
and
the
movie.
Sunrise on the Reaping came
And then
out.
is the other book out yet? There's another book.
Sunrise on the Reaping is the newest book that came out.
That's the newest book. What was the one right before that?
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay, and that movie's been made.
That movie was made, yes,
And then the new book is out.
Yep.
Sunrise.
on the Reaping. That's Haymitch's Games.
And they're making that movie. The next
That movie is set to come out November 20th, 2026.
Oh, okay. About a year and a half-ish. Okay.
Yes.
So we've been talking about this actually
have.
this past weekend.
Because I have loved Suzanne Collins since the Underland Chronicles, the
Which
Gregory
is-
Overlander.
I think you read that in junior high.
It was made for a younger audience than the
like
Hunger
4th
Games
or 5th
even.
grade. You were reading those.
Yeah, love those, and then of course loved Hunger Games. And I told Sam, I was like, I cannot even imagine living in a world where the Hunger Games had come out and I'd read the first one and didn't have any more books, and then had to wait for the other ones to come out because on the edge of my seat.
Because when they came out, you were too young to read them, and then I let you read them.
No, I was in high school. I read those when they came out.
Oh, you did wait.
Yeah,
You did wait.
They came out, and I was
I
reading
thought
them
you
as
read
they
them all
came
in
out.
one. Oh, you know what? And I remember you guys going to the movie. Now you're right. Now that you
Yeah.
said that. I remember you guys going to being like first in line to go to see the movie or second in line.
Bastards. Because let me tell you something. The Hunger Games is probably my favorite series of all time. The more that I think about it, the more it's cemented for me. It's my favorite series.
She is an amazing author.
Truthfully, an amazing author.
We probably would read anything she writes. She really is incredible. The Hunger Games, as a mom, I was like, I can't believe you guys like the series. This is really disturbing. This is,
Yeah.
And then I read the first one, Sam. We had a library
Yeah.
club or library book summer reading thing, and you had to read a book that was a suggestion from someone else. And Sam suggested I read that first book, and I read it, and I was like, oh my God, I get it. Just kind of pulls you in.
It is. There are, in my opinion, not many authors I think that could pull off the Hunger Games and get the message across that she's trying to get across, because it is fascinating. It's sort of like growing up when I remember being like 7th grade learning about like the Holocaust, right? All of that. And it just sort of pulls you in.
Terrible fascination.
Right. It's this fascination with like the depths of human depravity. How low
most of us can't
Yes.
even imagine.
Right. And it's just
Doing
and
those
it's
things.
the more you dig into it, the worse it gets,
Yeah.
the more things that come up, and it's similar in that way that like it is like this like nightmarish type thing of like how could this ever occur?
No one would ever allow this to happen.
Right.
Get it? Yeah.
And
Get
yet-
it?
Now,
Yeah.
and of course, the Hunger Games are not a real thing
Right.
that we know of
Right.
now, but you could sort of see based on human history of the terrible things. I mean, we had gladiator competitions,
Yeah.
the
That's
Roman
true.
times and whatnot, and not all of that was volunteer,
People have not been kind to one another through
right?
the history of mankind. Yes.
And you can imagine
Yes.
somebody being fucked up enough to do this, or whatever.
Absolutely.
And I think that I don't know that there are many authors who could really pull off this, like, because you have this fascination. It does pull you into this, like almost excitement around the whole thing, because it is like this horrible thing, but it's also like the marketing of it to the Capitol and whatnot as being a spectacle, and oh, it's an honor, and if you win and all this kind of stuff, and how it's all completely reframed for the people living in the capital as opposed to the districts is so well done. I think in the most recent movie, the second most recent book, there's a line that Peter Dinklage's character says something like, "Now we know the price people are willing to pay for good entertainment," right?
Oh, okay.
And it's like, yeah, like what's the price you're willing to pay for good entertainment?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And she absolutely nails it, in my opinion. I think she walks a very fine line, where it's like, it is a very good book. It's very entertaining to read, but she never lets you forget the whole way through how fucked up the whole thing is.
Yeah, it's really messed up.
And
the movies actually were done well.
They have the same director has directed every single one of the
Which
movies.
is smart.
They did very, very good. And I'll be honest with you,
If they're on, I'll stop and watch them, even though
every time.
even though it gets me.
I know.
They're good.
They-
the story it's like a train wreck, and you just can't look away.
Every single one of those movies has a PG-13 rating. And I remember when the first one was coming out, and they were like, it's going to have a PG-13 rating. And I get it, because your audience
Yeah.
was, anywhere from 12 to 18 was probably your main audience.
Yeah.
And just trying to imagine, like, how the hell are they going to pull off a PG-13? It's kids going into an arena to kill each other.
Yeah, it's a story about murdering children.
Right.
Yeah.
How are they going to pull off? And they did.
They did it.
They did it. And I thought it was very well done, because it balanced, like, doing it tastefully. It implied things.
Right. It didn't have to be gory and disgusting.
No, it didn't.
You knew. You knew it was happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So, what was your question?
Oh,
You had a question.
how long do you think you'd last?
Oh no, not at all. I wouldn't last at all.
Would you die? You think you die in the bloodbath, or would you run?
Here's the thing. I'm putting myself in there now. So
Okay.
but that's not. I wouldn't be in there now.
That's true.
I would be in there as a kid. Okay, so as a kid,
Yeah.
I was very fast.
Right.
So I might have survived
I'll tell you what. I
a little longer than some,
Yeah.
because I would have booked it.
I think I would have run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a really athletic kid.
Yeah.
I was a bigger kid. I think I
I-
could have held my own against.
Yeah.
If I went in, if I was like 16, 17, I think I'd been okay.
Yes.
I don't know that I would have won, but I don't think I would have died immediately.
You-
'Cause
I
I
wouldn't-
would not have run to the center.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, no. Don't run to the center. You got to book it out of there. I spent a lot of time outside as a
Yeah.
kid, and I went to Camp Onondaga every year that I could go.
Mm-hmm.
I knew how to build a fire, which it probably shouldn't be. I guess if you build a fire during the day, maybe that wouldn't give you away, but
Yeah.
you might see the smoke. So we know fire is not a good idea.
Right.
But I knew, I was taught how to identify some
swim.
plants.
Right.
I knew how to swim really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew how to, I went hiking, did the things.
Right.
So as a kid, yeah, I would have maybe survived.
I like my odds a little bit better.
But I was also smaller, on the smaller
True.
side. So even though I played sports and I was fit, don't think that I would have been able to.
you could have played it up though, because Joanna,
Yeah.
in the she do you know her character? Which
Yeah,
character
yeah,
she is?
yeah.
Okay. She's from like the wood cutting
Mm-hmm.
district. Okay, so when she goes in her games, she's also small and whatnot. She plays up this very meek, very weakling, small girl, and she like hides in this whole thing. And then it gets down to like 6 people left, and then she like fucking reveals, I know how to use an axe, and kills everybody, and that's how she wins. Because she plays up, oh, I'm so weak, I couldn't do anything, and nobody sees her as a threat. They just leave her there. We'll pick her off later.
We'll just get her when we're done. Yeah, I would have definitely wanted a bow and arrow. I could
I'm a
shoot.
pretty good shot.
Yeah, I could shoot pretty well with that. I loved the bow and arrow, the archery down at camp. I loved it. So I would have wanted those and I was good at climbing trees. So if I could get up in a tree and get me a bow and arrow, I'm gonna pick some people off that way. This is a gruesome conversation that we're having here, but being small might make it easier for me to hide.
That's true.
So
if you're fast and you could climb, you could just stay up in the trees,
right?
If you could drop into like a forest.
But you have to get wood. Yeah, that's true. You have to get food and definitely water.
Yeah.
So they said that like most of them die from
starvation
or dehydration. Cause you don't have enough water.
Well, I think that's just it. I think that I would
not most, but a lot.
I think I could rely on a little bit of charisma with Caesar Flickerman. I think that I could win the people over. I could be a little funny.
That's true. You would be good at that. That's true.
I
know I would not win. I could not win it.
I don't know. I don't think
I couldn't win it as a kid.
If I won it,
I might have been in better odds than some.
I think back against the wall, I'm not going down without a fight
for sure.
But I think I'd get picked up by some fucking like mutation or something like that. I get some stupid shit like that would happen to me.
If I'm up in the tree and those cracker jackers, whatever the fuck.
Cracker jackers. That's not what they're called. I can't remember the name. The prize inside will get you everything.
The prize inside stings me.
The Tracker Jackers.
Help me, Tracker Jackers. I'm over the tree. It didn't sting me.
That's pretty good.
That's
the Tracker Jackers.
I honestly, I know I wouldn't win because I don't know how I would kill another person. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. And I think back against the wall.
100%. When they say you don't know what you're capable of when you're in a desperate situation. So who knows?
Who knows?
In my mind, the thought of it
sounds horrible.
Just is so awful that I'm like, no, well, I'm going to bite it because I can't do it. But sometimes your survival instincts kick in, and
you never know.
Who knows?
Right.
But then we talked about this too. Who are the lucky ones? The winners are the people who die, because the winners, they're fucked in the head for the rest of their lives.
Oh yeah, because
you had to kill these people.
Katniss is something to Haymitch. It's like nobody decent ever wins the games, and he's like, nobody ever wins the games. There are survivors, but no one wins.
No one wins, because even these careers that are in. If you've never read the book, the ones that
train and
volunteer. They're already fucked in the head. They don't
come out of this. They don't come out of
They're
this.
already sociopaths. It's psychopaths, sociopaths. Who knows? They've been manipulated and
they've been
raised to think this way, and that's
100%.
messed up.
Well, and even
so, again, it doesn't matter who it is.
Well, I mean, what's his face? Kato is the one he's the kid from 2 that's like favored to win, and he. Like by the end of it, he's fucked up because he's like, he goes in like, this is
gonna be easy. I'm gonna win it easy.
And this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy this. And by the end, it's just like I just want this to be over with, because
it's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's a horrible thing.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And so that's probably one of my favorite series. I won't go on, but Sam and I talk about this all the time.
You guys both love this series. You being sick this past weekend, I heard you marathoned the.
Well, that's what I said. We watched them,
and now you've got me in the mood to watch them again.
I think we're gonna reread them as our next.
We will, because I've only read. I'll be honest with you, book 1,
and I haven't read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes or the newest one.
Right. So I have only read book 1. So I'd be up for reading.
Well, and Ashley said that she goes, you guys are rereading this, and I said, yeah. She goes, I'll reread it. With
Ash is in.
So I think that's probably gonna be our next one. Listener, if you want to read along to the Hunger Games, we're probably gonna read that.
We'll have to update our progress next time. It's a great terrible series.
Right. Singing Susanna Paul's praises one last time, like. Everything, the layers that she puts into it, everything links up. There's nothing in there by accident, and Sam and I picked that apart. Every single person that's in the series, you can pick apart. Like we were literally going on about the girl in book 1 that's from District 1, that she dies by like the Tracker Jackers or whatever.
Right.
That Katniss drops on him, and we're just picking apart the scene that she's shooting at Katniss with a bow, and it's like, well, why, if she's that bad with a bow, why does she have it on her? And da da da. And is she playing along? I mean, it is every single thing
They're
about
picking
this.
apart all these theories.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Because
hilarious.
it's all the details, because there's so much theory in the whole thing, and there's so many layers to it. So I'll sing the praises of Suzanne Collins every day.
This is not normally a series that I would read because, I don't know. Typically I like something a little happier or funny or, something heartwarming or even romance, whatever. But this is
so good.
Yeah, this is the exception for
Lots
me.
of people have tried to do the dystopian, and it has only been done really well by maybe a handful of authors. And I'd say Suzanne Collins maybe exclusively.
Hers is the best.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Well, if you can't tell, we really like.
I really like it. Like I said,
Collins.
listener, if you ever get me alone in a conversation and want to talk to me about the Hunger Games theories, I'm so in.
She's down to talk about this for
talk
days.
about that.
Yeah.
I could go on for forever. Like I said, I literally let's save this to the end so that I would be forced to be cut off at some point about this.
Because we'd have a whole episode nothing about the theories from the Hunger Games.
100%. If nothing else from my generation survives with the Hunger Games, I'd be okay with that.
Be okay with that. All right.
Absolutely.
Well,
All right.
I don't know about you, but after this, I'm gonna need some serious beef
And maybe some serious cracker jackers.
I love Cracker Jacks. Bye.
Bye.